Now, on any future raw report like this one, all you have to do is to click this one button and the entire formatting job is done instantly.
Have you ever done the same Excel task over and over again? Like cleaning up messy data, adding titles, sorting columns, or applying formatting? It gets boring and it wastes time. Well, there's a hidden button in Excel that can automate almost all of it and save you hours. It's called the macro recorder. And when you combine it with ChatGPT, you can turn repetitive tasks into powerful tools you can use again and again. Today, I'll walk you through exactly how to do that. Let's get started.
Here's a sample order report we receive every week. It's just raw data. Our job is to transform it into a clean, professional report that looks like this. A clean table, a title and date at the top, sorted by product ID, and with conditional formatting to highlight high quantities. Doing this manually every week is slow, and you risk making mistakes. We are going to automate the entire process so it's done perfectly in seconds. First, if you don't see it already, we need to enable Excel's Developer tab. Just right-click anywhere on the top of the ribbon and select Customize the ribbon. A new window will pop up. On the right side, you'll see a list of tabs. Find the one that says Developer tab and make sure the box next to it is ticked. Then click OK. Now, you'll see the Developer tab appear in your ribbon. Inside it is the button we need, Record Macro. Let's record our steps. When we click this, Excel will watch every single click and keystroke we make and turn it into a code. So click Record Macro. This box is important. Macro name. For the macro name, give it a one-word name. No spaces allowed. I'll call mine Prepare Report Original. You see I have no spaces included. Instead of space, I have the underscore sign. For store the macro in, this is crucial. We need to have this changed to a personal macro workbook. This saves the macro in a special hidden file that opens with Excel every time, making this macro available in any workbook you ever open. For description, you can leave a note for your future self here. Click OK. Excel is now recording. You can see a little stop square in the bottom left here, and also at the top you have the stop recording button showing as well. That means it's already recording. Now let's perform our cleanup steps exactly as we would manually. I'll start by converting this to a table. So click any cell in the data, go to the Insert tab and select Table. Make sure the box for my table has headers is checked, then click OK. Next, we need space at the top for title. So right-click on the first row and click Insert. I'll have this done 3 times. In cell A1, I would type in the title Weekly Manufacturing Report. Let's make it bold and have the font size changed to 16. In cell A2, I will type date, and in B2, enter the today function to get today's date. To make sure this date doesn't change tomorrow, we'll freeze it. So have the date copied, right-click on it, and choose Paste Special, then Value. I also want to give the date the same formatting as the title. So double-click on the Format Painter and have it applied like so. We need to have this changed back to date. Next, data sorting. Click the drop-down arrow on the product ID column and select Sort A to Z. Finally, conditional formatting. Highlight the entire cells in the quantity column. Under the Home tab, go to Conditional Formatting. Highlight cells rules greater than We want to have cells with quantity greater than 8 highlighted with light red fill with dark red text. Click OK. I would like to also have this area formatted to make it match with the table. So let's say I want to give it a fill color that matches with these table headers. To have that area highlighted, select the color. I'll go with this fill and make the text color white. That's it. We've done all our steps. Now we stop the recording. Go to the Developer tab and click Stop Recording. So we have a macro, but it has a hidden critical flaw. Let me prove it to you. Here is the next week's report. Notice that it's much larger. It has over 200 rows of data, whereas our first file only had about 60. Let's run the macro we just recorded. Go to the Developer tab, Macros, select Prepare Report Original and click Run. Now look closely. The title and date were added, but the table formatting, the sorting, and conditional formatting only applied to the first 124 rows. The week 1 data actually has 124 rows of data, not 60 as I mentioned. So the table formatting, the sorting, and the conditional formatting only applied to these rows at the top. Why? Because the recorder had coded that specific range. The rest of our data is completely untouched. This macro is unreliable. If your data changes, it breaks. Let's see why it broke. Go to the Developer tab, Visual Basic, or press Alt F11 to bring it up. In the Project Explorer on the left, find Personal XLSB, then Modules, and double-click on Module 1. This is the code Excel wrote. Look at this line right here. You see that? Range. It literally wrote down the exact cells we selected. It has no idea how to undo more data. This is what we need to fix, and this is where we use AI to make our code intelligent. I'm going to copy the entire macro from sub to end sub. I'll open ChatGPT. Give it this simple and straightforward prompt. I'm working on an Excel macro and could use your expertise. I used the macro recorder to generate some initial code, but it's too rigid for my needs. My goal is to be able to run this macro on any worksheet within any open workbook. I'm happy to answer any questions you have about the macro's functionality. Now I'm going to have the macro pasted and send. ChatGPT analyzes the code and provides a new smarter version. It actually also confirms that the former code is far too rigid for real-world use and needs cleanup. Below is the smarter version of code it created. Now, how is this different from the one generated by Excel macro? This would undo varying data ranges. It's going to dynamically find the last used row and also the last used column using these lines. Now let's use this better code. I'm going to have it copied. Back in the VBA editor, I'll paste the new code from ChatGPT below here. The code has been renamed to Prepare Report Dynamic. Now let's go back to our large unformatted file, the one the first macro failed on, which is right here. Go to the Developer tab, Macros. This time select Prepare Report Dynamic and click Run. We get this error saying a table can't overlap another table. We need to grab the screenshot of this and go back to ChatGPT to fix this error for us. So going back to ChatGPT, I'm going to have the screenshot pasted and have it analyze why we're getting this error. So why are we getting this error? Please fix it. Let's see what it gives. So ChatGPT came back to say that the error occurs because the macro tries to create a new table in a range that already contains or overlaps an existing Excel table. So what I'm going to do is to start all over. I'll have the new weeks file opened afresh, and in the VBA editor, instead of having this new code ChatGPT provided pasted down below, I'm going to have the entire code replaced with the new one. So this has only the fixed code provided by ChatGPT. Now going back to our unformatted file, click on the Developer tab, Macros, and let's run again. Look at that. In seconds, the entire report is perfectly formatted, sorted, and highlighted all the way to the last row. This macro will now work on 50 rows or 50,000 rows or columns. It's now a truly reusable tool. Now, running the macro from the developer menu is fine, but we can make it easier. Let's create a one-click button right in our Home tab. Right-click the ribbon again and choose Customize the ribbon. We're going to create a new group. So on the right panel, select the tab where you want your new button. I'll choose Home. You can't add buttons to the default group, so click New Group at the bottom. Let's have it renamed. Have that new group selected and click Rename. I'll call it My Tools and even pick a little icon for it. Let's say I want to go with this one. Click OK. Now, on the left panel, click the drop down that says Popular Commands and have it changed to Macros. You'll see your Prepare Report Dynamic macro. Have your macro selected and click the Add button in the middle. It will now appear inside your My Tools group. Let's make it pretty. The default name isn't great, so have the macro selected on the right side and click Rename. You can now change the display name. I'll call it Format Report. And more importantly, choose a nice icon for it. Let's say I want to choose the exact same icon I chose for the group. Click OK. Click OK one last time to close the window. Now look at your Excel ribbon. On the Home tab, you have a new section called My Tools with your custom format report button. Now, on any future raw report like this one, all you have to do is to click this one button and the entire formatting job is done instantly.
And there you have it. We did just automate a task. We created a permanent intelligence tool and made it accessible with a single click. This is how you truly save time and reduce errors in Excel. Remember, the first time you close Excel, it will ask if you want to save changes to your personal macro workbook. You must click Save. That's what makes both your macro and your new button permanent. If you enjoyed this detailed tutorial, hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, what Excel task are you going to automate first? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.